Hi, let's do some more work on the chicken coop. I didn't record a little bit of this because I was in a hurry and didn't really want to go get my camera and stuff. So I'll show you what we've done since the last time I updated you. So this back area is going to be our roost area. Up here, we're going to put some 2x4s going along on some supports and fill this little shelf. We're going to box it in and fill it with sand so it's really easy to scoop poop out of there and clean up. Down below, we're going to make into a pen, a brood pen. So baby chicks will go in here so they can kind of integrate into the flock as the flock moves around them, but they're going to be penned off so they don't get picked on while they're too small, and we can get them out of our basement. So today we're going to be tackling framing in the rest of this, putting in a door and putting the wire on the front, as well as the roost supports up here so that our chickens will have places to sit. So this is the point where the day's frustrations really began to set in. As you can see, I'm cutting the supports and the beam for a roosting bar, and we realized that the only power that was nearby that we could use our saws with was about 300 yards away in the barn, and I strung together as many extension cords as I could and still didn't even reach halfway across the field. So I had to keep walking and measuring and walking and measuring and walking and measuring and then doing a bunch of cutting and marking. As you can see here, I'm marking where my supports are going to go on the roosting bar. And it was just super frustrating. But my little helper was doing everything he could to be of assistance. I was really frustrated, though, at this wood. Even though it was free, reclaimed wood comes with its problems. And the problems here was it was warped like crazy. And as soon as I start putting on the legs, you'll be able to see how just ridiculously warped these boards were. But you can't turn down free. The rest of the night became increasingly more frustrating because I'm losing light. I don't have the power where I need it. And I just kept finding out that I could not put these roosts on by myself because of how warped they were. Even after I measured and tried to put them at their spots, it just wasn't working. And then my little helper went and kicked the video. Moved it back, and then kicked it again, and we didn't notice. So, have a nice shot of some plywood while I frustratingly try and fail at putting the roosts on by myself. It was a great night. Alright, it's been a couple days since I've been down here getting to work on this. I changed my mind. I'm not putting the roosts up first. I'm going to make the brood box first, and then we're going to do the roosts. Because I have chicks in my basement and they're smelling up the entire house. So I'm going to make the brood box, get them out of my house, then worry about getting the big chickens back over here. So I'm going to frame that thing in down below, make the door, wire all over everything, and then go get the chicks and bring them down. Let's do it. So I've got my 4 pieces cut for my door frame, top and bottom, side, side. This is also going to help provide some stabilization and support for this because there's none out here in the middle. So we'll stick this right here in the middle and get that to bolster that up. Then fill in the rest of this with wire. Probably going to put some support down there and run along the bottom as well, just because I want it to be all nice and held together so that nothing can get in and get after the chicks, because that would really suck. Ooh, buddy, it was in there tight. I knew I was measuring real close, but that was a little bit tight to get in there, but that's actually really good because that provides some much needed support over here. We're going to screw that in both top and bottom so it stays. Then we're going to build some frames more around, right here on the floor, down the floor, over there. Then build the door to go in here. I made it this big intentionally so we could get in and out of there to chase chicks if needed, to like really get in there and clean out all the shavings. That's big enough my kids can get in there and really clean everything out. This is gonna be great. Perfect. Freaking got it. Got it all framed out. I'll show you what I mean. We're gonna get this thing wired. So got top and bottom everywhere along here. That's where our door is gonna go. I still gotta build the door frame. But I think I'm gonna try and run the wire along this outer frame real quick up to the door and then go from there. I don't think y'all realize how much wood is freaking in here. That I couldn't get down to the side of this no matter how hard I tried to get the wire in without moving this whole freaking stack of plywood. But right now, I'm like the richest man on earth with this pile of plywood right here. This is, whew, let me tell you. There's also a dead bird, or at one point was a dead bird. Explains all the cat poop in here. That's all the stuff that I just had to move, so let's get this thing wired up and looking good. All right, well, we got that thing wired in. Now we gotta make the door. Looky there. That's more than enough room for a brood pen, I'd think. I think they're gonna do real well in here. We'll make the door, and then we'll be good. But that's gonna be in a little bit, because I gotta run to the post office. Okay, we have got this thing put together. I didn't film myself stapling the stuff on, mostly because I'm terrified of plumber's crack, and it was very, very uneventful. It was just me stretching and stapling. Like, the biggest thing about it was I stretched the wire as tight as I could by myself. This is really better to have two people doing, so you have two sets of hands on it. But if you're only one person, then you still can do it. You staple down one corner and then pull from there. You really want to make sure this is secure so your animals don't get out and other animals don't get in to get at your animals. So I'll show you what I did. I started back here at that corner. I started down at the bottom, and I went all the way around, and then I came up, pulling it tight, and went up to the top, came around that edge, did the same down the support, did the same over there on the edge. I built my door, got framed in. Ho ho ho, looky there, swings beautifully. No catches nothing.
Got a little frame back here, so no animals can push it back.
Right, so that door stop functions so that once this door is shut, obviously if it's shut and latched, it can't be pulled out. But I was sitting there thinking, what if something tries to push it in? I was sufficiently motivated enough they could have, but now that door just shuts and sticks in place, doesn't move at all. So this is now ready for our babies. We're gonna go get them and bring them down here. We're gonna clean that out, put some straw in, their feed, their water, and let them do their thing. I got a bucket of babies. Look at all of them. So cute. So if you listen, you can hear little cheep, 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 cheeps. We got all of the babies put into their new home. Check it out. They are loving it, just running around exploring so far. Got their water, got a bowl for the ducks to play in, and got their food. A lot of them are bunched up back here for now. I know they'll come out once they get to know the area a little bit better. But for now, they're just checking everything out. Like I hoped they would. They're secure in here though. I'm probably gonna bar up the door on this place tonight so that nothing gets in here. We'll be making a more permanent door probably tomorrow. But I'm happy with how our brood box is looking. Next will be the roosts up here. Probably gonna build some nesting boxes over in this area, and then we'll have to do the run out there. Tractor Supply, it is not too late to work with me here. I gotta build the run. You can be part of that.